to our microbiology. In connection to our microbiology lecture series, here is a special parasitology lecture series. Um, However, this one is not presented in a question form, rather in a lecture form, but this one is presented as an atlas. So I placed here in the presentation pictures of each parasites. In total, there are 50 parasites listed here. Um, and so after presenting the images, we will discuss briefly the contents and the specific items in each parasites. And the references for this presentation, so I obtained the images and the information on Bailey and Scott's Microbiology 12th edition, Mahon, Textbook of Diagnostic Microbiology, Mahon and Lehmann, Textbook of Diagnostic Microbiology 4th edition, and Zabig Clinical Parasitology, a Practical Approach. Let's start with protozoans. And protozoans is divided, as we know, to your amoeba, to your flagellates, to your ciliata or ciliates, and to your sporozoans. So let's start with amoebas, wherein their locomotory organelle are your pseudopods. First, so as I present po, I will also give you time to as well identify the image, and then we will discuss afterwards. So for the first parasite here, this one, so we used here a trichrome stain, which is a permanent stain used for your protozoans. Second image, and for the third image, okay, nakuha po kaya? Okay, so this one is, as you know, the Entamoeba histolytica trophozoite. And again, your Entamoeba histolytica trophozoite. So I also have there an illustration that you can compare with the images presented a while ago. So for the Entamoeba histolytica, this one is the only pathogenic amoeba, as we know, and this one is commonly associated with intestinal amoebiasis or amoebic colitis, as well as or amoebic dysentery. Ano po yung difference ng amoebic colitis, amoebic dysentery? Amoebic colitis is defined as an intestinal infection caused simply by the presence of the amoebas, exhibiting nga po gastrointestinal infection symptoms. While in some cases, patients may transition from amoebic colitis into a condition na meron na pong mga blood, mucus in the stool known as amoebic dysentery. So amoebic colitis transitioning to amoebic dysentery. Okay, so Entamoeba histolytica, basically amoebas, no, are your protozoans may have a cyst and a trophozoite form. So what we presented here in the first three images is the trophozoite of Entamoeba histolytica. And to describe the trophozoite of Entamoeba histolytica, it exhibits rapid, unidirectional, progressive movement achieved with the help of its finger-like hyaline pseudopods. Nagalabas po siya ng paisa-isang pseudopod described as a finger-like hyaline pseudopod. Hence, its direction nga po or its movement is described as unidirectional progressive movement. Okay, and also as showed in this illustration, there is presence of ingested RBC, which is diagnostic to your Entamoeba histolytica trophozoite. But not all Entamoeba histolytica will contain ingested RBC. So if there are no ingested RBCs, the organism must be reported as Entamoeba histolytica / Entamoeba dispar. because Entamoeba dispar, a non-pathogenic amoeba, will also have a similar morphology to Entamoeba histolytica. So if we are not sure if it's dispar or histolytica, then it must be reported as Entamoeba histolytica / Entamoeba dispar. But the World Health Organization also recommended that Entamoeba moshkovsky should also be included in addition to Entamoeba dispar. So again, we have here the Entamoeba histolytica trophozoite having a finger-like pseudopod here. We have nga po yung ingested RBC, and as you can see in its nucleus, meron po siyang centrally located karyosome, saka meron po siyang evenly distributed peripheral chromatin. Kaya mukha daw po siyang bullseye. No? So we also term this one as the bullseye amoeba. Again, going back to the past images, so we can see here the permanent staining of your Entamoeba histolytica, a centrally located karyosome, and then an evenly distributed peripheral chromatin. Likewise, we can also see here the typical central karyosome and even peripheral chromatin of your Entamoeba histolytica trophozoite. And additionally, we can see here, so E histolytica trophozoite, so centrally located karyosome, evenly distributed peripheral chromatin, and there are presence of ingested red blood cells as well. Okay. Next, we have, so we're done with this, Entamoeba histolytica trophozoite. Second po tayo, the second, for second set. Okay. Next image. Next image. Okay, so dalawa lang po pala yung image natin doon. Okay, so this one basically is the Entamoeba histolytica cyst. Nakuha po ba yun? So the cyst of Entamoeba histolytica may have 1 to 4 nuclei. So yung pinaka-mature na form po niya will have 4 nuclei. So 1 to 4, it will vary. No? But in mature form, it will have a quadrinucleated cyst consisting of a 4 nuclei. Then, in addition, so ganun din po, no? Similar din yung kanyang karyosome, centrally located karyosome, evenly distributed peripheral chromatin. But in addition, we can see in the cytoplasm the presence of a chromatoidal bar. This is composed of ribonucleic acid, no? Also an energizing structure for the cyst of your Entamoeba. And for Entamoeba histolytica, it is described as cigar-shaped. So we have here a cigar-shaped chromatoidal bar. So, again, that's for the illustration, but for the real image, balikan po natin. Again, this one is the Entamoeba histolytica cyst, but this one only contains a single nucleus. No? But there's presence here of a chromatoidal bar. Okay, then this one is also an Entamoeba histolytica cyst, with also having a chromatoidal bar. Okay, so 2 nuclei here are visible. Okay, so we're done with that. Next, for the third. Okay, so this is the image. Next image. Next image. Okay? Alam po ba kung ano? Medyo mahirap, no? To differentiate, lalo na sa mga protozoans and especially to your amoeba, no? So mukha rin po talaga siyang Entamoeba histolytica, no? But siguro what can help you, no, is our additional information, and I think naman po, no, if they will give such pictures or cases, dapat they should give additional information para makatulong sa atin, no. So this one basically on my resource, on what I've obtained from the different resources that I've mentioned nga po earlier. So this one is Entamoeba hartmanni. So Entamoeba hartmanni is known as the small race of Entamoeba histolytica. So halos morphologically similar din po sila. So it generally resembles Entamoeba histolytica, but Entamoeba hartmanni is a non-pathogen. But to differentiate them mainly is based on their size. Kasi mas maliit nga po si Entamoeba hartmanni. So size is a major determinant in differentiating your Entamoeba histolytica from Entamoeba hartmanni. So usually po yung size kasi ng histolytica yung trophozoite niya will be larger than 12 micrometer, while yung cyst naman will be larger than 10 micrometer. But for hartmanni, yung kanyang trophozoite will range from 4 to 12 micrometer, or basically less than 12. So this sa cyst naman 5 to 10 or less than 10 micrometer. So mas maliit nga po si Entamoeba hartmanni. Okay, so going back here, we can see the Entamoeba hartmanni trophozoite. And then this one naman is your ito rin po yun, pina-enlarge lang yung view ng Entamoeba hartmanni trophozoite. And you can see here yung kanyang irregular yung kanyang peripheral chromatin. So unlike po sa histolytica na evenly distributed yung kanyang peripheral chromatin. And then we also have here again Entamoeba hartmanni. Saka wala rin pong ingested RBC ang Entamoeba hartmanni. But this one is Entamoeba hartmanni cyst. Cyst po ito kasi you can see here meron siyang 3 nuclei na present. Tapos meron siyang chromatoidal bar na present dito. Again, ang trophozoite po laging isang nucleus lang pwede maging present doon, no? Such as in this case, no, this one is Entamoeba hartmanni trophozoite po ito. But this one is Entamoeba hartmanni cyst. Okay? So meron siyang 3 nuclei na present dito, saka meron po presence ng chromatoidal bar, which is only present in the cyst form. Okay? So again, the cyst form is the infective stage, tama, as we know, while the trophozoite form is the feeding stage, no, to obtain nutrients. Okay? But the more resistant stage nga is the cyst, no? Hence it is the infective stage, no? Especially for your Entamoeba histolytica being the truly pathogenic amoeba. Next is your Entamoeba. So we're done with this. Next na po tayo, number 4. Okay? First image here. Okay, then next image. Okay. Nakuha po ba, no? So as you can see, medyo mas larger yung size nga po, no? Pero again, kailangan siguro magbigay sila ng definite na size niyan, o kaya they should give additional information, no? Para makatulong sa atin for identification. Okay? Pero siya nga po pala, no? For baka kasi mag-worry kayo, no? Na paano pa yun, hindi ko alam kung paano identify itong mga ganito, no? Lalo na itong mga mahirap pa siyang ma-identify. Siguro man, they will give additional information in case man na tatanungin nila, no? Or siguro the image will just help you din, no? Pero they will give more information to help you identify or to answer the question. Pero in my experience po kasi, no, on the ASCP exam, hindi naman po ganun kadalas yung parasitology, no? If magtatanong man sila, very basic lang naman, no? Pero for our ASCPI preparation, syempre we need to prepare pa din, no? And not take it for granted kasi baka mamaya dumami pala yung question sa para, no? Pero kung may para question man, I think malakas yung kutob din namin na baka possible image nga yung lalabas, no? Kasi for micro, like for fungi, no, puro images yung lumalabas. Okay? Tapos when you try lab CE, may mga images din na lalabas for para, no? So I think we just need to be familiar, no? Okay, para prepared lang din tayo. Okay, so this one is your Entamoeba coli trophozoite. Okay, Entamoeba coli trophozoite. So the nuclear structure here is characterized by a eccentric karyosome. Okay, tas unevenly distributed yung kanyang peripheral chromatin. Hindi naka-centrally or eccentric na yung kanyang karyosome sa bandang gilid. Tapos dito nga meron siyang mga vacuoles na present containing yung mga bacteria, no? So kung ang histolytica may mga ingested RBC, ito naman may mga ingested na mga cell debris, bacteria, ayan. Tapos kung ang kanina ang pseudopod natin ay isa lang, no, finger-like pseudopod for histolytica, for coli, it will release many pseudopods, pero dahil nga sabay-sabay sila, yung mga pseudopod, the direction will be non-directional, non-progressive, saka sluggish yung kanyang movement. So the movement here is non-progressive, non-directional, sluggish movement for your entamoeba coli. So again, going back here, this one is entamoeba coli trophozoite. Again, the trophozoite will contain here one nucleus nga po dito. Okay, so trichrome stain pa din ito. This one is also the entamoeba histolytica trophozoite nga po. As you can see for the peripheral chromatin po dito, it is unevenly distributed, tapos eccentrically located nga yung kanyang karyosome. Likewise dito din. Okay, okay, so again, eccentric karyosome, tapos unevenly distributed peripheral chromatin. Next po tayo, number 5. Okay, here's the image. Okay, next image. Nakuha po ba? Okay, so this one is your entamoeba coli cyst. Okay, so entamoeba coli cyst, the mature cyst can have up to 8 nuclei, pero yung mature form na po yun, no? Pwedeng less than 8, no? And then, meron din po siyang presence nga po ng chromatoidal bar for your entamoeba coli. No? And this one is described as splinter-like needles, no? Yung kanyang chromatoidal bars. Okay, tapos again, likewise, ganun din sa kanyang nuclear characteristic, eccentric na yung kanyang karyosome, and unevenly distributed yung kanyang peripheral chromatin. So again, as what we can see here in the entamoeba coli cyst, pero ito para may 4 lang siya, no? Nucleated, pero yung kanyang karyosome dito, eccentrically located, oh. Tapos uneven yung distribution ng kanyang peripheral chromatin. No? Kasi mapapansin mo naman kung evenly distributed yung peripheral chromatin kasi kitang-kita mo yung membrane ng nucleus dahil evenly distributed yung peripheral chromatin. Kasi ito parang mukha namang quite larger siya, no, as compared to sa mga images kanina, no. Pero syempre, kailangan natin ng micrometer kapag gano'n, no. Kailangan may unit of measurement para talagang ma-identify natin na mas malaki siya because coli will be larger than your histolytica, of course. Okay, then this one is your entamoeba coli cyst as well, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 yung nuclei dito. Okay? Na visible. This one is using trichrome stain as a permanent stain. Okay? Again, permanent stain still offers your for the diagnosis of your protozoans, no? For confirmatory purposes. Okay? Next po tayo. Okay? Image number 6. Okay, next image. Okay, nahulaan na po ba? Again, balikan ko. Okay. Hindi pala nahulaan. Na-identify na po ba? Ayan. Okay, so this one is your Endolimax nana trophozoite. Okay, unang-unang kailangan tandaan sa mga amoeba po na walang entamoeba sa name nila. Like for example, Endolimax nana at saka Iodamoeba buchli, wala pong presence ng peripheral chromatin. So wala silang presence ng peripheral chromatin kasi kaya as you can see here, no, wala pong presence ng peripheral chromatin. Ayan, pag-zoom natin. No? So walang presence po ng peripheral chromatin. Dito rin po walang presence ng peripheral chromatin. Tapos one characteristic nga po of Endolimax nana, meron po siyang blot-like karyosome. So malaki, no, yung kanyang karyosome. Ayan, no? Meron siyang blot-like karyosome, meron siyang blot-like karyosome. So malaki yung kanyang karyosome. Okay? And again, of course, presence of pseudopods, no? So, isang nuclei lang po yun, isang nucleus na present dito kasi nga trophozoite nga po ito. So, again, this one is your Endolimax nana trophozoite. Okay, so again, large karyosome, no peripheral chromatin on the nuclear membrane. Number 7. Okay. This one. Okay, zoom natin. Ayan po siya. Medyo malabo na. Pero yun din po pala sa ASCP, no? Minsan may mga images din tapos medyo malabo din talaga siya. Okay? So this one is your kung may trophozoite, kung kanina ay trophozoite, ito naman po ay cyst. No? So we have your Endolimax nana cyst, but this one contains up to 4 nuclei, pero ganun pa rin po yung kanyang nuclear characteristic, walang peripheral chromatin, tapos we have a blot-like karyosome nga po dito. Tama? Ayun, no? So again, we have here Endolemax nana. So ito po mas closer reviews. We have here 4. Tapos wala po siyang peripheral chromatin na present. Okay? Tapos meron siyang blot-like karyosome. Again, that's your Endolemax nana cyst. Okay? Number 8 po tayo. Here it is. Okay, next. Okay, so this one is Iodamoeba buchli trophozoite. Okay? So, okay, medyo mahirap nga po siyang ma-identify doon yung trophozoite niya, no? But nevertheless, siguro naman if they will ask Iodamoeba buchli, they will show yung cyst form kasi mas unique yung kanyang cyst because the presence of a large glycogen mass, no? Pero this one nga po, based on the references, sources na pinagkuhanan ko po, this one is your Iodamoeba bucci trophozoite. Pero siguro better din if they will give additional information, like sabihin nila na may presence po na achromatic granules surrounding the karyosome, and that is your that is true for your Iodamoeba, tama? So ayun, tapos wala rin nga po siyang presence ng peripheral chromatin. Okay? Next, so again, that's your Iodamoeba buchli trophozoite. Okay? Next, number 9. Ito po, mas madali na siya ngayon. No? Alam nyo na to. Okay, o mas maganda to. No? Okay, so again, this one is your syempre, no? Iodamoeba buchli cyst. No? So again, as illustrated nga po dito, we have here the nucleus is isa nga lang po yung nucleus dito, which is also unique to Iodamoeba buchli. Kasi di ba pag cyst form, laging halos 4, 8, no? Pero dito, isa lang. So it is uninucleated. Isa lang po yung kanyang cyst na present. Then ganun din po, similar yung kanyang nuclear characteristic. May presence nga po na achromatic granules. Tapos wala nga pong presence ng peripheral chromatin. No? Pero what is more unique here is the presence nga po ng large, well-defined glycogen vacuole. So meron po siya ditong large, well-defined glycogen vacuole. Ito pong vacuole na to, pag gamit tayo ng iodine stain, it will be stained as dark brown sa iodine wet mount. Pero for permanently stained smear, nagiging ano siya, no? Pale colored siya doon, no? Sa mga permanently stained smear. So again, as what we can see here, we have presence of your prominent glycogen vacuole for your Iodamoeba buchli cyst. Likewise, ganoon din po dito, Iodamoeba buchli cyst with prominent glycogen vacuole here. Okay? Okay, so again, that's for your Iodamoeba buchli cyst. Number 10. Okay, ito po yung image. Okay. Next. Okay, so this one is your, tama po kaya sagot natin. This one is Blastocystis hominis. No? So Blastocystis hominis po yun. No? And this one is the illustration nga po. Meron po siyang large central vacuole dito, and then the nuclei is pushed in the periphery. As what you can see here, no? May large central vacuole siya, then nakapush po sa periphery yung nuclei niya. Pero ito mas maganda. No? Large central vacuole here, nakapush po sa periphery yung nuclei niya. Again, that's for Blastocystis hominis. Actually, the taxonomy of your Blastocystis hominis is still unresolved because it was classified originally as a yeast but now regarded as an amoeba. Okay? And actually, polymorphic po itong organism na to. No? It is existing in many forms. It can be an amoeboid, a granular, no, cyst form. Pero yung pinaka-common na form nga po niya yung central body form or central vacuolar form. As what we can see here, ito po yung kanyang central vacuolar or the vacuolar form. Okay? So, yan po yung commonly identified na form niya. Okay? So, again, what we can see here is that there is a ring of cytoplasm here, a vacuole inside, and then there is 4 nuclei present which are usually pushed nga po in the periphery or to the side. Okay? So basically, the purpose of this is to store as a storage organelle. No? And then, if we stain this one using iodine mount, then this one will be stained brown. But using a trichrome stain, this one will be stained dark green. Okay, magiging may green color siya. As what you can see here, this one is a trichrome stain, no? So green color siya dito. And then ayun, no? So bluish or bluish green din siya pwede. Okay? Again, that's for your blastocystis hominis. Next po tayo. Okay. Okay, so this one is, siguro medyo mahirap no, ma-identify. Pero ito lang po yung nakita kong image sa mga books na binasa ko. And this one is your Naegleria fowleri. Okay? Naegleria fowleri po exists in three forms. Meron po siyang tatlong form. No? We have your Naegleria fowleri amoeboid trophozoite, we have your flagellated form, at saka we have the cyst form. So meron siyang cyst form, meron siyang trophozoite form, saka meron po siyang flagellated form. Pero what we can see, or what is infective to man, at saka what we can see as a diagnostic stage sa CSF sample is the Naegleria fowleri trophozoite form. Again, as we know, Naegleria fowleri is associated with primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, no, PAM, or primary amoebic meningoencephalitis. And the common form in infection nga po is the report in recent swimming in fresh water or brackish water. No? So the mode of transmission is through nasal or intranasal, no? Or inhalation. No? So again, we have three stages, no? Na present nga po, but it is the trophozoite that enters the nasal cavity, no, through inhalation of contaminated water or soil. Okay? So basically, itong trophozoite will colonize the nasal cavity, attaches to the olfactory nerve, and then penetrates the cribriform plate, and then moves along to the arachnoid space, and then it will now disseminate through the or to the central nervous system. And Naegleria fowleri is known as the brain-eating amoeba because it is capable of destroying and ingesting erythrocytes and nerve cells. Okay? So again, it is distinguished. It is difficult actually to distinguish with bacterial meningitis. So medyo mahirapan sa unang yung treatment niya, no, kung walang proper history yung patient, no. Because it can be confused with bacterial meningitis, no. It is very fatal, actually around 95% no ish yung kanyang mortality rate, okay, or case fatality rate niya. And 1 week lang yung usually onset mula sa onset ng symptoms hanggang sa mortality niya. And during autopsy, there is an evidence of the trophozoites, yung Naegleria fowleri trophozoites nga po, we can see that one, along with purulent exudate, no, edema, hemorrhagic, and necrotic areas of infection in the brain. No? Such as this one is a CSF specimen, pero na-stain po siya ng iron hematoxylin. And this one is the trophozoites form nga po of Naegleria fowleri, kasi yun naman po yung ating diagnostic stage dito. And what we can see here are broad pseudopods, meron po siya mga broad pseudopods. And then sa nucleus naman, it contains a large central karyosome that is surrounded by a halo. No? Parang yun yung kanyang mga distinguishing characteristic din dito. Again, that is for Naegleria fowleri, okay, trophozoites. Next, number 12. Okay, next po. Okay, so medyo nakuha po kaya. Okay, tingnan kung tama po. This one is your acanthamoeba. So this one is your acanthamoeba. Okay, so this one is commonly associated with your GAE or granulomatous amoebic encephalitis. Okay? It is also associated with cutaneous acanthamoebiasis kasi pwede din po siyang makuha through infection sa skin. And also common din po sa mga contact lens care solution wherein it will cause nga po acanthamoeba keratitis. Okay? So yung tatlo po na condition na yun din po yung nag-determine sa kanilang mode of transmission. So sa case po ng granulomatous amoebic encephalitis, it is acquired through inhalation or pwede rin po sa skin. Pero ang kaibahan po niya sa Naegleria kasi, di ba, from the nasal cavity pataas, sa cribriform plate, olfactory nerve, hanggang papunta sa central nervous system. Si acanthamoeba po, from inhalation, diretso po siya sa lungs. And then after ng lungs, after inoculation in the lungs, it will spread in the blood. No? Or meron po siyang hematogenous spread bago siya makaakit sa central nervous system. And this organism is able to penetrate the blood-brain barrier. Okay? Kaya common po itong acanthamoeba sa mga immunocompromised patients lang. Okay? Na pwede magkaroon nga po ng granulomatous amoebic encephalitis. Kasi hematogenous spread siya, so pag hindi nalabanan ng ating system, no? Then saka pa lang siya mag-i-spread sa central nervous system. Again, pwede nga rin po ito sa skin infection. So the mode of transmission can also be through skin. No? And then, yun nga, no, common din siya sa nagkakos ng acanthamoeba keratitis for those nga po who wear contact lenses. Okay? So the first image here is a trophozoite. So we can see here presence nga po ng mga acanthopods. And then we can also see here sa kanyang cyst naman, meron din siyang mga rugged edges na present din dito, yung outer wall niya. No? So sa unang image po kanina, this one is the acanthamoeba trophozoite. No? It shows nga po yung mga acanthopods here. So meron siyang mga acanthopods na present. Okay? So meron siyang mga acanthopods na present. Okay? Ito naman po yung acanthamoeba cyst. Okay? Wherein disorganized nga yung kanyang cytoplasm dito. No? So meron siyang mga rugged edges. Okay? So we're done with your amoeba. Let's now move to your flagellates. Okay? Flagellates na po tayo. Number 13. Madali lang, no? Sobrang AC. Okay, next po. Okay, next. Diba? Sobrang dali, no? Ayan. And then next. Okay, ano pong sagot? This one is your? Yes, no? Your Giardia lamblia or intestinalis, but this one is the trophozoite form, yes, of Giardia lamblia. Okay, and this one is commonly associated with Giardiasis, which is also a common cause of outbreak, and also a cause of traveler's diarrhea. Okay, so Giardiasis, traveler's diarrhea, gay bowel syndrome, ayan, no? That creates nga po yung crypts in the duodenum. No? So this one, so the main groups at risk here are travelers, kaya nga travelers diarrhea, for those nga po who drink untreated water from streams, ayan. Common din po siya sa mga daycare centers, ayan. So if you travel nga in areas with poor sanitation, are often exposed to conditions in which waterborne or foodborne diseases are ingested, no, such as Giardia lamblia. So the trophozoite po is described as pear-shaped. No? Pear-shaped po yung kanyang description or teardrop-shaped. Tapos this one is known to be bilaterally symmetrical. This one is the only bilaterally symmetrical protozoan. So when you have it into two, same ang left at saka same ang right po niya. Tapos yung kanya pong motility is described as falling leaf motility in a wet mount. Then meron po siyang binucleated, so we have a two nucleus contained in a ventral sucker. No? So the ventral sucker here contributes to its pathogenicity kasi yung pinag-attach dun sa intestinal wall, yung kanyang ventral sucker or ventral sucking disc. Okay? And then this one is described as old man's or old man appearance. And then we have here the axostyle here that supports locomotion. We have here a median or parabasal body serving as its energizing structure. And then meron po siyang 4 pairs ng flagella. Okay? So meron po siyang 4 pairs ng flagella. Again, that's your Giardia lamblia trophozoite. Tama, no? Giardia lamblia trophozoite, Giardia lamblia trophozoite, your Giardia lamblia trophozoite, and your Giardia lamblia trophozoite. Okay? Next po tayo, number 14. Okay. Next image. Okay. Next image. Nakuha po ba yun? Yes, no? Yun naman po, kung kanina trophocyte, ito naman po ay yung cyst form niya. So, we have your Giardia lamblia or it has cyst form. Siyempre, wala na pong flagella dito since it is a cyst form, but it contains nga po up to 4 nuclei. So, meron po siyang up to 4 nuclei. Then, ganun ulit, meron siyang axis style here. May have a median or parabasal body here. Cytoplasm beginning to retract from the cyst wall. Okay? So, again, we have here your Giardia lamblia cyst, no? Cyst. So, yun po yung mga red po dito are the nuclei present, no? And then, ayan, no? So, your Giardia lamblia cyst. Okay? Next po tayo, describe also as a, ayan, no? Next, number 15. Okay? So, as you can see, meron pong dalawang nuclei doon. So, this one is a binucleated trophocyte. So, this one is your Dientamoeba fragilis trophocyte. Okay, so Dientamoeba fragilis trophocyte. So this one is binucleated nga po. So as you can see here, it is binucleated, no? Dientamoeba fragilis trophocyte. And there is a common co-infection of Dientamoeba fragilis with Enterobius vermicularis. No? So common po yun, no? Yung co-infection ng Enterobius vermicularis sa ng Dientamoeba fragilis. And some studies suggest na we acquire this infection, this trophocyte, through or it is transmitted to us by ingesting the egg of Enterobius vermicularis as well. No? Ayan. So the Dientamoeba fragilis apparently lost its flagella, but it's based on genetic testing. No, its family is it's more closely related to your flagellates. Ayan. And again, the organism is binucleated. So we have here a Dientamoeba fragilis, binucleated trophocyte. Next po tayo, number 16. Okay. Next to, na-identify po ba? Madali lang din yan, di ba? This one is your Chylomastix mesnili trophocyte. Okay? So, Chylomastix mesnili trophocyte. This one po is considered as a non-pathogen. So, commensal po ito, yung ating Chylomastix mesnili. Also described as pear-shaped, no? Parang Giardia din, pear-shaped kanina. Pear-shaped Chylomastix mesnili trophocyte. So, generally po, we have here 4 flagella in total. Yung tatlong flagella po ng trophocyte ng Chylomastix mesnili is extended out of in the anterior end of the organism, sa anterior part nila. Pero yung fourth flagellum niya is shorter and it extends posteriorly from the mouth or the cytostome. No? So, pumasok siya dito. No? Nasa isa, yung isang flagella niya within the cytostome or within the mouth. No? Cytostome po is a term, di ba, for simply the mouth, no, ng mga for your protozoans, no? And then we also have here presence of a spiral groove. So meron po siyang spiral groove na present din dito, no? So for your Chylomastix mesnili trophocyte. Okay? And the structure bordering the cytostome nga po resembles a shepherd's crook, no? So we have here a shepherd's crook morphology for your Chylomastix mesnili trophocyte. Okay? So again, as you can see here, sa actual image natin, we have here 3 flagella here. One yung shorter nga po within the cytostome dito na malapit sa nucleus niya. Okay? Then meron siyang presence dito ng spiral groove din. Okay? So again, we have here your Chylomastix mesnili trophocyte. Next, number 17. Okay? O ito, no, kung lalabas ito, mas sigurado tayo. Okay? Nakuha po ba? Tingnan po maigi. Okay? Sagutan na natin. This one is your your Chylomastix mesnili cyst. No? So as you can see here, they are described as lemon-shaped. No? Lemon-shaped daw po or nipple-shaped nga daw. No? So lemon-shaped or nipple-shaped. And it possesses here a clear anterior hyaline knob here. then yung nucleus dito, then we also have here presence nga po ng cytosol. So again, as you can see the real image here, the microscopic image, it is lemon shape, possessing a clear anterior hyaline knob. So lemon shape or nipple shaped. Okay, so we have here, ayan, the chylomastix mesnili cyst. Okay, next po, for number 18. So medyo maliit siya, no? Ayun, ayun, ayun. Sige, zoom pa natin. Possible. So as you can see, parang may flagella siya doon, no? Na present. Okay. Okay, ayan. Next image. So as you can see, parang may flagella din na present doon, no? May flagella siya doon. Ayun. Okay, or ito mas better, using scanning electron micrograph. Okay. Tapos ito naman po yung kanyang condition. One of its pathology. Okay, nakuha na po ba 'yon? No, sa mga clues natin. Okay, so this one is your Trichomonas vaginalis. Tama po, no? So again, this one is your Trichomonas vaginalis, commonly associated with your urethritis, no, vaginitis, ayan. So again, your Trichomonas vaginalis infection. So the trophocyte here also appear as spear shape, no? Para din siyang sa Georgia, no? Chylomastix, it is also pear shaped, no? Pero ito wala po itong cyst form, no, yung mga trichomonas, no? Then its motility is described as rapid jerky motility, no? So dito very important po yung motility kasi one of the best way for us to differentiate Trichomonas vaginalis among all the cellular elements that can be found in the urine is through its motility. No? So yun yung kanyang best characteristic to differentiate it from other cellular structures found in the urine. So it's jerky motility. Tama? It contains po 4 to 6 flagella here. And then meron po siyang presence ng undulating membrane. No? Para po maalala, sino yung may presence ng undulating membrane, we have 2 T's. No? So yung una, Trichomonas vaginalis. Yung isa naman, yung mga tripomastigots. No? Meron silang presence ng undulating membrane. Okay? Pero relative po sa other trichomonas, like for example, Trichomonas hominis, yung vaginalis, maliit lang yung kanyang undulating membrane. It only extends half the body length. So kalahati lang ng katawan niya, ng ribs nung vaginalis, yung merong undulating membrane. Unlike po sa tenax, sa hominis na mas mahaba, no? It extends almost the entire body length. Pero dito, half the body length lang for vaginalis. Okay? So again, going back here, we can see nga po yung Trichomonas vaginalis, no? Pero again, mas better yung motility niya sana, no? And then ito naman is also is a phase contrast micrograph of a vaginal discharge, revealing the presence of your Trichomonas vaginalis protozoan surrounding. Ito po ay hindi po ito yun na, ito po ay epithelial cell po yan. Ito po nakapaikot sa epithelial cell, yan po yung mga Trichomonas vaginalis. As you can see, may mga flagella nga sila na present dyan. No? So as you can see here more clearly yung undulating membrane at saka yung flagella na present. No? Ito naman po ay, so again, using ano po ito, scanning electron microscopy. Ito naman po yung presentation ng strawberry cervix, diba? Kasi Trichomonas vaginalis is the one associated with strawberry cervix or caused by Trichomonas vaginalis, no, strawberry cervix. So you can see here the cervical mucosa revealing hemorrhages. Tapos may mga accompanying po ng mga papules, mga vesicles. Ayan, that's for strawberry cervix of Trichomonas vaginalis infection. Okay, so again, that's for your Trichomonas vaginalis. Okay, so we're done with protozoans na sa amoeba. We're also done with flagellates. Let's now move to your hemoflagellates. Protozoans, hemoflagellates. Number 19. Okay? Hemoflagellates po are blood and tissue flagellates. Okay? Pero sa Philippines po wala pa tayong case ngayon ng infection ng hemoflagellates. No? Pero meron tayong mga vectors sa atin. So we also need to be prepared, no, for possible infection because of active migration. So ito po yung first 19 image for number 19. For parasite 19. Ayan. Okay, nakuha na po ba yan? Familiar po ba sa image na yan? Ay, sa parasite po na yan? This one is this one is simply showing the amastigots, no, of Leishmania. Okay? Di ba we have four forms po ng mga hemoflagellate. We have amastigot, promastigot, epimastigot, saka trypomastigot. Pero let me focus on the two commonly or routinely found in human specimen in hemoflagellate infection. We have your amastigot and trypomastigot. Tapos yung amastigot po, that is routinely found in Leishmania infection. Yun po yung ating diagnostic stage kapag may Leishmania infection, yung presence ng amastigot. Okay? Tapos yung trypomastigot naman, nakikita naman yon sa mga trypanosoma infection, trypanosoma brucei gambiense for African sleeping sickness, at saka trypanosoma cruzi for Chagas disease. No? So doon naman nakikita yung mga trypomastigot. No? But for Leishmania, amastigot yung nakikita natin na diagnostic stage. And usually po yung mga amastigot, they are found in tissues. Okay? While for trypomastigot, they are found or visible in the peripheral blood. Okay? So, a mastigot po is also caused the leishmanial form kasi nga siya yung diagnosis stage sa Leishmania infection. So, in case of Leishmania infection, what we can find nga po sa tissue, sa muscle, even in macrophages, no, where they multiply, we can see the presence of the amastigot. Okay? Okay, so for a mastigot po, wala pa siyang presence ng flagella. Tapos meron po siya ditong presence ng mga kinetoplast, which serve as an energizing structure, yung parabasal body, saka yung blepharoplast. Tapos the nucleus here is located nga po eccentrically. No? That's its morphological characteristic. No? So for Leishmania infection po, hindi ko na po isa-isahin yun, no? Pero yung common po will be dum-dum fever, no, or kala-azar. Okay, so yun po yung mga common caused by Leishmania donovani, no, and then we also have other forms nga po of Leishmania or other types of Leishmania infection. So Leishmania donovani is a visceral leishmaniasis, no, characterized having dum-dum fever and kala-azar. Okay. Okay, ayan. Again, going back here, this one is your amastigots. Mga amastigots po yan, no? For Leishmania infection. Okay? They can also multiply within macrophages. Ayan, yung mga amastigots ng Leishmania. Okay, number 20 po tayo. Ayan, mas madali po to. Okay, next. Okay, next. Again, naulitin ko po. This one. And this one. Okay, ano po ito? This one is your trypomastigot form. So ito po yung trypomastigot form in case nga po of trypanosoma infection. No? So infection nga sa case ng trypanosoma brucei gambiense and rhodesiense causing African sleeping sickness. So what we can find nga po sa blood, sa CSF sample, maybe the presence of trypomastigot. Yun po yung kanilang diagnostic stage. No? So the vector po pala for sleeping sickness, if we will recall, is the Schetze fly or Tsetse fly or Schetze fly, TSE, fly of the Glucina species. No? Sa case din po ng Trypanosoma cruzi or your American trypanosomiasis or Chagas disease, wherein the vector is the redovid bug or kissing bugs, what we can see din po sa blood natin yung presence po ng trypomastigot. Okay? So again, as you can see here, meron po siyang undulating membrane. Kaya nga, di ba, kailangan tandaan sa undulating membrane, two T's. Yung isang T, yung trichomonas vaginalis. Pero it only extends half the length, di ba, as you can see kanina. Pero ito po, yung yung undulating membrane dito extends now the entire body length of your trypomastigot. Tapos nasa gitna po yung nucleus dito. Ayan, pero po siya presence dito ng flagella or flagellum. Okay? So again, that's for your trypomastigot. So going back here, this one nga po is the trypomastigot for your trypanosoma infection. So it can be trypanosoma cruzi, it can be trypanosoma brucei gambiense or rhodesiense. Pareho lang naman yung kanilang diagnostic stage na trypomastigot. No? So, mag-iibra sila syempre sa clinical manifestation. Okay? So, again, we can see here an undulating membrane. Itong may arrow dito that extends the full body length here. Tapos dito is described as S-shape. Kasi nga, di ba, we can describe the shape here as CS or U-shape trypomastigot. Ito po ay S-shape trypomastigot. Okay? Ito naman po ay C-shape trypomastigot. No? Likewise, ito rin po C-shape na trypomastigot. Okay? In case nga po of trypanosoma infection. Okay, let's now move to your ciliata. Okay, for your ciliates naman po. So, number 21. Okay, ito po siya. Familiar po ba? Okay. Tingnan po natin kung tama yung sagot. This one is your Balantidium coli trophozoite. Yes, this one is your Balantidium coli trophozoite. Associated nga po with balantidiasis, acquired from swine. No? So if we ingest nga po accidentally yung stool coming from pigs or swine, no? Wherein we can acquire the Balantidium coli infection nga po. No? And this one is considered as the largest protozoan known to humans. So the largest protozoan is your Balantidium coli. Again, the trophozoite here is this morphologically we can see here the presence of a mouth or cytostome. Syempre may cilia po surrounding it because this one is part of your ciliata. So we can see here two nucleus, no? Yung po yung unique sa mga Balantidium coli. No? We have presence of macronucleus and micronucleus. So macronucleus is for vegetative function, while micronucleus is for sexual reproduction. So again, we have here presence nga po ng cilia, cytostome, ayan, in addition to the macro and micronucleus. The motility naman po of the trophozoite is described as rotary boring motility. Rotary boring motility, yung motility po ng Balantidium coli trophozoite. Okay? So again, that's your Balantidium coli trophozoite. Ito po yung actual na image nga. No? So again, meron dito ng cytostome for Balantidium coli. We have here the macronucleus. No? Medyo hindi nakita yung micronucleus niya. Okay? Usually naman kasi kapag sa stain, hindi na makikita talaga yung kanyang micronucleus. Okay? So again, that's for your Balantidium coli trophozoite. Syempre may cilia po na present din doon. No? Next, number 22. Okay? Sagutan na po ba? This one is, of course, your Balantidium coli cyst. No? So, Balantidium coli cyst, ganun din po, meron din siyang macro saka micronucleus. Again, macronucleus is for vegetative function, while the micronucleus is for sexual reproduction. Pero in addition pa nga po doon, so we have here the presence nga po of cilia, no? Pero since cyst pa nga po ito, naka-enclose pa yung cilia sa double-walled cyst wall. No? So meron po siyang cyst wall pa na present. So as you can see in the image here, this one nga po is a Balantidium coli cyst. So although ayan, may macronucleus, dapat to saka may micronucleus. The micronucleus may not be observed, such as in this microscopic image. So what you can see here is the presence of the macronucleus. Tapos makikita nyo naman na distinct yung kanyang cell cyst wall dito. So this one is a double protective cyst wall that surrounds nga po the organism. So, and then there is a row of cilia between the cyst wall layers. So ayan, so we can see here nga po yung presence ng kanyang mga morphological structure for Balantidium coli cyst. Okay? Next, let's now move to your protozoans. Protozoans pa rin po tayo, pero specifically now let's move to your sporozoans for your Plasmodium, Babesia, Coccidians, no? And more.